Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and this is going to be a little bit different from, if you're just now tuning into my channel, you might see the whole wide range of things, but this is something that I have a little bit of, experience and stuff with, being that I'm an artist of over 10 years. So who am I? I'm this composition MC that writes fiction, and recently Spotify just announced that they will let artists give their songs a boost, but in return they're gonna get paid less in exchange. And the whole point is to influence the algorithm. Now, before I dive into exactly what it is that, they're wanting to do with that, let's look at just as an independent artist. You're exchanging for an already lower royalty amount from Spotify for the ability to show up in the algorithm. Now, what's interesting about this, when we really sit there and think about it, is the fact that, of course, these artists, I feel like they use this to pry, to actually prey on artists who are just all well, I'm not really getting that much anyway, so let me go ahead and do this. I'm not 100% sure that this is the right route as far as for that. Now, let's break down. This is from the Verge.com. It says Spotify is going to test letting artists and labels influence more of what its algorithm promotes. That's what they're saying. The company announced today, this was November 2nd, a new test for all artists and labels on the platform where they can decide to promote any music that's important to them. So, for example, if Fleetwood Mac wanted to promote Dreams after it went viral on TikTok, they could decide to do so, and Spotify's algorithm would consider that request when building a radio session or when a listener enters autoplay. Of course, this could be applied to any song, including tracks that might be new or that the artist wants to put extra promotional push behind. So, according to the product marketing lead at Spotify, Shorts and Lamb, they said that we want to be able to provide tools that help our artists leverage those moments so they can be more in control of their success on Spotify and more in charge of their careers. Now, they said for that extra promotional boost, Spotify says it will be paying artists a lower quote-unquote promotional recording royalty rate whenever songs are played during those autoplay or radio sessions. Now, the spokesperson wouldn't say how much that rate is because the feature is in testing, but they added the ideas for artist teams to be able to earn a positive return on investment, ROI, by using the tool. Now, here's what the author of The Verge says. Presumably, this means artists would hope that by promoting the song and taking a loss on those plays, they would make up the revenue if the song catches on and people start directly trying to play it on their own. Now, here's the thing. The chairman of marketers cited Dreams as an example, but the thing is that if the song went viral, people are already going to be looking at that. So for me, during this pandemic, I feel like, especially with new art, with artists trying to literally make something, it feels like, yo, like y'all already, Spotify in itself is already taking, you know, and giving a small portion. And so they're trying to say that with this algorithm, because here's the thing, my whole question behind that is, if you're trying to help the artists get better, you know, influence the algorithm, don't you as the company know all about the algorithm? And so of course it wouldn't be in your best interest, you know, to let artists know how they're able to actually like work with the algorithm unless it's paid. But look, if you're an artist listening in, just do your research. Like, it's not like, the whole point of being independent is not to be silly, you know, not go after opportunities that are gonna help you, but if you really, like, I feel like they're taking advantage of the vulnerability of like independent artists. It's just all like, yo, if you already know that we're having like a tough time because there's nothing that comes out of pocket, I don't believe, it's just, you know, a part of your revenue. You know, if you're already getting paid 0.002 whatever per stream, what more do you want from the artist? So artists listening in, because I'm an artist as well, I've been doing everything on the physical side of things. So I'm out here, I'm applying these little tips and tricks when it comes to Spotify and everything like that as well, you know. And my thing is, I've gotten paid through the, you know, CD Baby. Like, I gotten paid the first time I left my job, I left March of 2017 to do everything full time. So I got a little, you know, payout then, and then I recently got another payout. Like I said, you know, throughout these years, I've been pushing as far as like everything was good, you know, prior to the pandemic, and then it was like, oh, I need to switch my strategy up so I could start, you know, really making everything online and different things like that. So I've been pushing to Spotify. So if you go ahead, I have the link in the description if you want to go ahead and add me to your playlist. But artists, just really think about like things in the long run. Like, I understand, like, you're trying to get that extra boost and everything like that, but if you can end up on these playlists, like, here's the thing, there was I want to say it was the Brandman Network. It was a workshop that I had looked at, and it was talking about how when you have the Spotify like desktop app, you can search like playlists. You can search playlists, or say hip hop, and the people who run those playlists, it's gonna show like their social media information or the email to be able to email them. You might be better off, like, there's a time thing. So if you don't have the money, then you're gonna have to put in the time. So, you know, if you put in that time to be able to email or reach out to these playlists and organize which ones have, you know, are free, which ones are paid, and how much, and what is going to be the potential of that, that might be a lot better than trying to give up the small amount of royalties that you're already getting with Spotify, because we have to take into consideration. So let's say that it does go big. Dorian with Group 82 on YouTube, make sure to check him out. He's super dope as well. He put, you know, for 1 million streams on Spotify, he got paid $4,000. So anything that they're going to be taking out of that, is gonna be like less than that. So it took like 1 million streams for you to get $4,000. So just putting that into perspective. So if you think that that's a low amount, it will be only lower by partaking in this. I personally do not think that this is something to hop on. I think that if for one, do 100% research. Two, like they said, this is only a test, so they're not even letting you know how much are they gonna be taking. Three, take a look at when this is all coming from. Don't allow for people to make you feel like you're stupid, because here you go, they see as far as dang, TikTok and this just blew up, and you see more artists. I see a lot of artists that are becoming TikTok famous and blowing up on TikTok, and they're creating their YouTube channels, and they're able to leverage as far as what they did in order to blow up, and they have valuable information, and I feel like a lot of these companies are they're literally searching for those little things and trying to take any little bit that they can. But hey, knowledge is power. Do your homework. Understand how these work. I'm gonna be putting more content out as far as music related. Pretty much the only thing music related I had put was reaction videos, and I have my podcast, so you will see the video of the podcast, but there'll be a link in the description to actually listen to the podcast on Anchor or Spotify or different things like that. But yeah, I've done reactions, I've done vlogs of my own music. I have a whole nother YouTube channel with just my music videos on it and different things like that. But I want to be able to give some more value, and because the music's been what I've done the longest, since I was little, but I've been pursuing it heavily since before leaving high school. So now I'll be 30 in January, so I've been literally performing, opening up for big name artists, traveling the world. I got to perform in Japan, so there's a lot of just experience information that I know. So if you're an artist and you're coming up and you want to know some things, or you have some questions that I can create a video for, then definitely drop that in the comments. I want to know what I can answer for you, so that way we can get some more content out. So and if you have any tips, tricks, things like that, Spotify or any of these things, leave it in the comment section as well. Make sure to smash that notification button, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. Right now I'm actually pushing it, so before the pandemic I was at 30 or so, but now with me figuring out what type of content just naturally meshes with people, we're almost at 100. So let's go ahead and get that first little milestone of 100, and then we'll work our way up. But until then, let me know what y'all's thoughts. Do y'all think that this is actually a good idea for artists, or do you think that this is just another way for them to bend us over backwards and take what it is that they want? Anyways, make sure to look at the description. Plenty of links there for you. Again, this is Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction. Peace.